In this video we're going to look at first and second time bars as a way of having a little bit more control about what is repeated in a phrase. So I've set myself a challenge to notate in as efficient way as possible the following phrases. E o atua o na iwi matora ata whakarongona me aroha noa. E o atua o na iwi matora kia hua ko te pai. Now, one way I can do that is by using a DC and then an L coda. So I'll quickly put that in. At the end of bar M, I've got a D, C, L coda. So that means everybody goes back to the beginning of the piece of music, goes E o atua o na iwi matora. So that covers E, O, A, M, E1 and O1. And then we need to jump to K. So right here I need the instruction to coda. I have a double bar line. And I have my first coda symbol. And they jump over A and M. And I have my second coda symbol. And I have the word coda, and that is my bar K. So that's one way to do it, and I can do that once in a piece of music. There is only ever one coda in a piece of music. But what happens if I want to do this for multiple verses? I have to have a different way of doing the same navigation. So for this, I'm going to use the second line here and show you how to do it. For a start, we need to go E, O, A, M and then repeat back for E and O. So we're going to start just by double bar lines with dots to set up a repeating phrase. So at the moment, I've got the first four phrases and everything's going to repeat. But obviously on the repeat, I only want the first two bars to play because that's my E1 and my O1, and then I want to jump to K. So what I'm going to designate is that the bars A and M are only played the first time, and when we repeat, which by definition is the second time we've played this music, we jump over and play K. And to indicate that, I put another square bracket, and this is my second time bar. So what that's telling us is that the second time this phrase is used, I play the bars that everybody uses, and then I jump over the ones that are reserved just for the first time, and I go to the second time. Now, if my music carries on longer than bar K, then my second bracket is actually open, just to imply that the rest of the piece goes on after this. If K is actually my end of the piece of music, I would have a final bar line here, and I would close my square bracket. Now this area is called the first time bar, but you'll notice that it's actually more than one bar. So it's absolutely fine to have a number of bars enclosed within a square bracket with the letter or the number 1, and that makes our first time bar section. The second time bar, by definition, is only once. It's only one bar because it can then just carry on into the rest of the music. Now this structure we can use multiple times in a piece of music, whereas this structure here we can only use once. But we get the same result for both, which is E o atua o na iwi matora ata whakarongona me aroha noa. E o atua o na iwi matora kia hua ko te pai. and that's called repeat marks with first and second time bars.